didn't just say one thing and do another. Well, it happens sometimes, but our intention was to model, like Bobby was talking about, cleanliness and orderliness. We wanted to model something liberating, not just talk liberating language. So I hope my answer is helpful.
So time for one last question? One quick one.
My name is Seale. I represent for the commemoration group for the Black Panther Party Next. I'd like to ask Chairman Bobby Seale, could you explain why it's important for people to know the 10-point platform? Also, what you mean when you say seize the time at the point of practice?
The 10-point platform and program probably is going to have to be expanded to 20 points, maybe 25 or 30, you know what I mean? We have a new organizational framework for the Black Panther Party called the National Alumni Association of the Black Panther Party. We formulated last year, okay? It's a well-oiled, well-machined, well-put together. These are all former Black Panther Party members. They have worked in government, community programs, private businesses, etc. since that era, that period. They stick, anyway, we are together, all sisters and brothers, and we are pretty good. And we know what we're doing. We've worked in, two of the people are in Congress, Congresswoman Barbara Lee and Barbara Rush. So, I'm trying to answer your question, seize the time. Ray Messiah Hewitt gave me that title. Ray Messiah Hewitt was our political education instructor in the Black Panther Party for the national headquarters. I wrote the book, Seize the Time, in jail. 80% of it was written in jail. So I had to have a title when we finished the book. And then Ray Messiah Hewitt sent up and says, Chairman, name it Seize the Time. I said, oh, right on. Okay, good. Seize the Time, the story of the Black Panther Party, and my buddy UAP knew. And I named it that, subtitled that. The 10-point platform and program, like I say, is still relevant today, one. And there's a hell of a lot of other points as it's connected with the environment and all the international framework. I mean, it's a whole thing. Wow, I don't have time to rap it. I mean, I rap and lecture at colleges sometimes for an hour and a half and explain a lot of this stuff. But the best I can say is the 10-point platform is that, yes.
My question is, I understand nonviolence, but don't you agree that there's a point in time where you have to put your hand on somebody for them to know that you're...
Look, let's understand something. Nonviolent organizing and protesting is a constitutional, democratic, civil human right. Understand that. You have no problem. When we put rallies in Oakland, Bobby Hood Memorial Park, 5,000 people, I'll never forget Chief Gaines putting in the newspaper that he's going to send cops down there to surround him. I called him up because I knew him. Not really no, but I had dealings with him before the party ever started when I worked with the Department of Human Resources. And I said, Chief Gaines, this is Mr. Seale, Bobby Seale. He says, yes, Mr. Seale. I said, you say you're going to send police down here to surround my rally? Well, yes, we have to do. I said, no, sir. I said, please don't do that. I said, Chief Gaines, I said, you send the police. I said, one policeman or one upset black person is going to say something. And soon, the next thing I know, somebody's going to come in and start trying to... I says, and we are programmed to defend ourselves. We have all the monitors we need around this rally. I have 5,000 people in there. Well, I'll get back to you, Mr. Seale. And finally he called back. He says, okay, Mr. Seale. I won't say. He said, I'll just have a patrol car drive. I said, okay, you patrol car. I said, but standing around my rallies? So I'm just saying, we have a constitutional, democratic, civil human right. See, people hear us with guns. Oh, you believe in violence. No. I believe in the right to self-defense from the violence that's already going down by racist and idiot fools and ignorant people who are shooting, killing, and murdering us unjustly. I believe in self-defense, so you have to make that distinction. It is an intelligent thing to make that kind of distinction. And remember, one of the very reasons we picked up guns was not only because they was brutalizing black folks in the community, but it was also coupled with Huey and I witnessing firsthand, 6 blocks from my house at the corner of Stanford and Adeline Street down there, years ago when that 10,000 march, peaceful protest march, was blocked at the borderline. 200 policemen opened up their ranks and allowed 50 Hell's Angels to drive up Stanford and plow their motorcycles right into these peaceful demonstrators. And the police waded in and beat the hell out of these peaceful demonstrators. 6 blocks from my house. We and Huey witnessed that shit. And later on, when we started the party, no, we believe in the right to self-defense. So look at the 10-point platform of the program. I can organize for full employment. I can organize for decent housing. I can organize for all the other programs today. You see what I mean? I can organize and stand up and observe the police, rightfully so. I got a shotgun. Only difference in that situation was this here. In Los Angeles, a year earlier, when those brothers and sisters went out and had a community alert patrol, they had no guns. They had law books, tape recorders, and walkie-talkies. After they observed the police several times and watched, because they did not want another watch riot to happen. This is why they was observing. In effect, after a month of that, the police, in effect, waded in on them, beat them up, bust their tape recorders up and their walkie-talkies up, bust their heads up and drug them downtown and locked them up. Huey is in law school. This is a year before we started the Black Panther Party. So Huey is saying that means the state and the government violated their First Amendment right to peacefully assemble and observe the police. So when we went to patrol the same police in Oakland, California, we had walkie-talkies, tape recorders, uniform, but we brought a shotgun with us that was legal, and a pistol that was loaded. And I'm an expert shot in weapons since I was 12 years old. So my whole point here is we're going to have, and we had no shootouts in that first year. Think about that. We had police back down. They said, wait a minute, oh yes. When the Huey said, well, you cannot touch my weapon, according to the law. No, they went to the California State Legislature to get a law that said we couldn't carry loaded guns inside the city limits.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked. Are we going to go out there with not loaded guns? I'm not going to go out there with unloaded guns. Me and you, we got on television and says, we will patrol you from our houses, from our front windows, and we'll observe you anyway, because we do have a right to have a shotgun in our homes. That's what we said. So you have to make that distinction. Just because we got guns doesn't mean I'm the aggressive, idiot, violent person. The aggressive, idiot, violent is the racists who've been attacking and murdering us. We want a peaceful transition too. But in the process, what did they do? They came and attacked our offices all across this country in the year 1969. By the end of 1969, I, as chairman of the Black Panther Party, I have to say I because I also started this organization, had 28 dead brothers and sisters. 28, 65 wounded, 12 dead policemen and 30 some odd dead policemen wounded. Political prisoners all across, and we still got 10 or 12 political prisoners in jail to this day. Why? Because we stood up by our Constitution, democratic, civil, human right. We went by the law. They made laws against us. We used to have a policy, we'll take the arrest. If the police say you're under arrest, we'll take the arrest. Here it says, we'll take the arrest. We're not scared of the courtroom. Okay, let's take the arrest. And we did that 2 or 3 times in those early days of patrolling police. But by 1969, J. Edgar Hoover was not going to have it. Us Black Panthers said, we'll take the arrest. They came in shooting 5 a.m. in the morning like fascist dogs, murdering and killing Fred Hampton and Mark Clark, murdering and killing John Hugins and Bunchy Carter, and we came to do the same thing to the LA office that next day. If it had not been for the networking we had done, the networking of all the people crossing all the racial lines and categorical lines, from the celebrities with Sammy Davis Jr. and Austin Davis to Jane Fonda and others, to Marlon Brando and so on, to the grassroots people and other organizational groups, the churches and stuff, where we had breakfast programs and all this kind of stuff. These are the people who came out that day after that reporter says, the police, Black Panthers have been trying to surrender since early this morning, and it was 11:30 by then, and the police are ignoring. Everybody around the country came out with press conference, let the Panthers surrender. You just got through killing and murdering Fred Hampton and Mark Clark and Chicago. Let the Panthers, all across the media, this is what happened. That's what happened. The right to peacefully protest is a constitutional democratic civil human right. The right to have collective bargaining, and that these idiots are trying to stop with union work, is a constitutional democratic civil human rights. It's a people empowerment right. That's what you have to understand. Young people has got to relate to this. From every issue, from the environment and how it's interconnected and interrelated with us saving our, that is, getting a balanced ecology and maintaining it. It's all about that. And at times what happens is they decide they're going to come in and shoot, kill, murder, and terrorize the people who's doing the organizing of the people. And you have to make a decision. To say, wait a minute, if this is what's going to happen, then I have a right to defend myself. Because what are you defending? You defending your constitutional democratic civil human right. It says that. You see what I'm getting at? So I wasn't against Martin Luther King because he was nonviolent. I was saying he had a constitutional right. If y'all want to buy some books from me later on, come over there and I'll autograph them. Here, let me give you this back to you.